All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We are broadcasting live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So if you're tuning in live right now, please say hi and tell us where you're watching from. Would love to get your engagement on our topic for today. Let me just see if we're live on our page. Yes, we are. I love it. So, to those people who are new on our page, my name is Coach Jel of Jel and Krishan, your go to coach in starting a digital business. I help working parents. I help working parents around the world earn income online so they can provide more and be present more for their families. We've been in the business for 5 years and we've been mentoring and coaching working parents and professionals so they can start their own successful digital business too. This business has reunited our family together with my OFW husband here in Papua New Guinea. It has allowed me to stay home with the kids while running a profitable business from home, earning more than my corporate job salary. And every other Tuesday, we have this segment on our page, DigiBiz101. And for today, we are going to talk about the question, what is the webinar about and why do I need to watch it? So if you're new on this segment, this is DigiBiz 101 and this is the segment where I answer the most common questions about this digital business, honestly, openly, and based on my real experiences. And today's question is something that I always get every single day, especially for busy working professionals who doesn't really have time to watch the webinar. What is the webinar about, and why do I really need to watch this webinar? Do I really need to watch it? So let's talk about that. What is the webinar about? This is actually the first step to learning about this business, and it can you can watch it live or you can watch it replay. So when you register on our website, you will get emails from us with the link of your webinar, with your webinar access link if you want to watch it live. At the same time, after every live webinar, we'll also send you a replay link so that you can watch it. So basically, what you will get from the webinar is a 90-minute deep dive, a video information that explains everything properly, not just small pieces of information, but just short, not the short answers, right, on your inbox, but it's a full overview of what you will be expecting from this business. The first half of the webinar talks about what the business is really about, how the system works, how we are earning in the business, how automation works in the background, since this is an online business, and how we partner with established companies to run our business, and what you will be expecting if you decide to start your own digital business. The webinar itself, it's very structured, it's detailed, it's very clear, and it explains the business model in a way that I honestly cannot fully explain in just few voice messages or exchange of messages. That's why I still urge people to watch the webinar. Definitely, I can answer your questions, but it wouldn't be as detailed as what the webinar will give you. Right? So I can answer all your questions. I can give you a summary, definitely. But the webinar connects everything together in one complete picture. And that's very important because the second half also of this webinar is my favorite. I personally love the second part of the webinar because this is where you will see real business owners sharing their personal experiences, right? These are real people who are running their business anywhere around the world. They would share how they would start the business, what's their background, um, why they decided to begin to start their own digital journey, and what where they are now in their journey in their business and how much they are earning. And this is what really opens people's eyes because you will see a lot of different kinds of people, of different nationalities, of different background, different professions. You will see nurses, you will see doctors, you will see lawyers, accountants, teachers, HR professionals, engineers, business owners, or traditional business owners, or you will also see stay at home moms, people who just graduated, people who are unemployed yet, people who just wanted to learn how to earn online. And that's what makes this business real and legitimate. Because do you think someone who worked so hard for their degree, for their licenses, for their profession, to build their career for several years would start something that's not real, right? That's not legitimate. Definitely, we all did our own research when starting this business. There are also lawyers. Like, do you think lawyers or maybe nurses or accountants would risk their reputation to study something illegal? Of course not, right? So that's what makes this business legitimate, and that's what makes this testimonials on the second half of the webinar so powerful, because you're not just hearing from me saying how good the business is, how legitimate, how life changing, but you will be hearing it from people worldwide, from people who are running the business from different countries, different culture, different professions, with just one thing in common: we all wanted flexibility. We all wanted income, more time for our family, especially for parents, more time for our kids. And we found it all through the proven system that we are using right now. Right. So, yep. And then the second part is, why do you need to watch it? Right. Second question, why do you need to watch it? Um, because in this business we do not push people, right? We don't pressure people to start, we don't chase people. We believe that you should make an informed decision for yourself. You decide for yourself. The webinar will give you enough information so that you can decide, right? You'll be given all the, and you also have time to do your own research, study the business structure itself, and then decide if this is something for you, right? So other people, yeah, you just have to watch it, and ask yourself, is this for me? Is this, or is this not for me? And you know what? Some people who would watch the webinar would decide that it's not for them, right? And that's okay, right? There's no pressure to continue. But there are also people who would watch the webinar and would realize that this is exactly what they've been looking for, what they've been praying for, just like us. And they see themselves in the presenters, the people who have shared their experiences, how they've started, where they are at now in the business. And yeah, maybe they're working parents who's tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe these presenters are professionals who want a second income as well. And just like you, maybe they're also moms who want to stay home but don't want to sacrifice income, right? And when they see someone just like them, just like you, when you see someone just like you, on the same situation, same reason why you wanted to start something, same background, same fear, same struggles, and now earning online, that pushes them to start their own digital business too. And that is something that I cannot give you by just explaining it in a message. Because I know a lot of people would just send me message, can just explain what the business is about, can just tell me what the webinar is about. I just answer my question. I am really doing my best to answer all your questions, but definitely the webinar will give you a lot more information about the business that I cannot give you fully, right? So you really have to experience it yourself. Anyway, it's just 90 minutes, and you can watch it on a staggered basis if you're kind of busy, right? So for me, when I first saw this business, of course, we had to do our own research. We didn't like jump in immediately, though we were very fast in deciding that we wanted to start the business. But we had to watch the webinar, and then I asked my husband to watch it. Then we watched it together. So we watched the webinar a couple of times. We listened carefully to the presenters. We've taken down notes. We asked questions because we wanted to be sure that this is legit, this is flexible, and that it's going to work for us. And what I appreciate is that no one forces us to, like, okay, start this business now, right? Because the information was there. The next step was very clearly explained to us. And it was really up to us to decide if we wanted the business or not. And when we finally decided to move forward, we did it confidently because we understood that we were what we were stepping into, that this is legit, this is real. In fact, we have to register it so it's taxable, and that it could give us more freedom, flexibility, and income as well. That's why I always say that the webinar is not just an information. It could really give you clarity, and that this business is doable for everyone, for anyone, wherever your location is, right? And another important thing that you will learn from the webinar is that the business is doable for anyone. You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to have a business degree. You don't need to have you don't need experience in online marketing. You don't need experience in technology, in social media. What you actually need is being open to learning. You need to be coachable, right? In this business, you have to be willing to follow a system. And yeah, you just have to be open to learning, because when we started, what I realized is that all of the things that we've learned here wasn't something that I have encountered in my corporate job, especially the, social media part, advertising and everything. But I appreciate it more right now, because now that we are in technology era and a lot of people are really going into using technology, online AI stuff like that, and everyone's just earning by just being online. This is one thing that you should really be exploring. One of the skills that we are learning in this business is really about social media marketing and advertising. And I think it's one of the skills that everyone should have, especially if you wanted to earn online and you wanted to explore more technology. Because the skills that I've learned here, I'm actually using it on other personal projects. Even you can use it also in your corporate job. You can use it even on your traditional businesses. So it the learnings that I got from the training side and the business itself is already in me, and I can bring it anywhere I go, whatever profession or other businesses I would want to explore in the future. I have it with me already. But anyway, this is what we are exploring, the online business opportunity. I'm just saying that the investment and the investment in terms of time, effort, and finances that we have invested in this business is really worth it, right? Because the goal of this business is simple. We just have to learn the system. We just have to work online. We just have to earn online and create more time for our family and for ourselves, right? And if it sounds like something that you would want to explore as well, or you would want to try, then the webinar is your first step towards learning more about this business, right? So again, what is the webinar about? It's a full 90-minute deep dive information about the business overview, how the system works, how you will earn, real testimonials from real people about who are already running the business, and you will see everything what they've been through. They'll share their how much they're earning right now, how did they start, where were they when they started, and where are they now. Um, and the second half of the business is really about them, really about these real people who are running the business. And why do you need to watch it? Because I cannot give you full picture in a short conversation, exchanges of chats or in Messenger or through emails. The webinar was designed to answer your doubts, your questions, and your concerns in just one complete presentation, right? And after that, then you can decide. There's no pressure, just information. And yeah, and you can decide from there. And of course, after watching the webinar, and if you feel that you still have other questions left in your mind, then feel free to always send us a message on our page, and we'll gladly answer all your questions, right, about this business. Yep. And again, hopefully we'll see you again on the next episode of our DigiBiz 101. So if you are serious about exploring this opportunity, the first step always is to register on our website. It's jellyandchristian.com and watch our free info session. Again, the webinar, that's the first step. And if you do have questions, just feel free to send us a message. And yeah, we'll see you again on the next episode of our DigiBiz 101, where I answer commonly asked questions about our digital business. That's it for now. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye for now. God bless you.